Alright, welcome back to the next video in the Google-Centric Notes tutorial. The last time we showed you how to install extensions into Google Chrome. Today we're going to show you how to install another extension into Google Chrome that is very, very helpful for you in your online courses and in your online studies. Essentially, it is something very simple. You know, when we used to take classes in a classroom, dictionaries were available to us in case we encountered terminology in our textbook that we didn't quite understand. When you're in an online classroom, it's a little bit easier with Google Chrome to add a dictionary extension. So what we're going to do is exactly that. The extension we're going to add today is Google Dictionary by Google. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove it from Chrome right now just so I can show you the install process. And we're going to install it. So remember, you come up here to the right hand corner to Preferences, come over here to Tools, and then come on over here to Extensions. You should have an extension installed in here already. If you followed the tutorial from before, the extension you probably have in here is Split Screen. So scroll down here to where it says Get More Extensions and click there. And it's going to load up the Chrome Web Store like it did before when we installed Split Screen. And we're going to type in the word Dictionary. Once we do that, we go ahead, we hit Enter. Chrome's going to search the Web Store. Come down here to Extensions, and there we have it. Google Dictionary by Google from chrome.google.com. This is awesome. Go ahead. Hit plus free. Hit Add, and it's going to install in your browser right up here in the upper right-hand corner. And you'll know it's successful. You'll get this pop-up, and the little red dictionary will be up there in the corner. Pretty simple. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead over here, and I'm going to show you how this works. It's pretty cool. So let's load up something. Let's go to, I don't know what I want to do today. We'll just go to default Richard Nixon. It's always easier. So let's pretend we're researching Richard Nixon, and let's see if we can find some words we maybe don't know in this article. Well, here, let's start with this one, baffled. Baffled's kind of a word that people might not know. You may want to define it. So in a typical classroom, if you encounter the word baffled, you would want to go and you would want to look it up in a dictionary, right? Well, here it's a little bit easier. What we can do is we can go ahead and click on the Google Dictionary, type in the word baffled, and we get some definitions. Awesome! Pretty easy to do, right? Well, we can take it a step further. Down here, when you plug in your first term that you want to define, there's a little blue button that says Extension Options. Go ahead and click on that. Now when you do, you want to make sure pop-up definitions have a check mark next to it and that the trigger key is set to none. You also want to click on a check mark next to display pop-up when I select a word or phrase and set the trigger key to none. Once you've done that, hit save. Cool. Come back over here to our website and we're going to highlight the word baffled with our mouse. And we get a pop-up. Pretty cool, right? You highlighted a word and Google Chrome, through the Google Dictionary extension, was able to define it. And if you don't know how to pronounce a word, sometimes there'll be a little option here and it will pronounce the word for you. Pretty cool. Now, here's an idea. Let's pretend you don't know what the word bewilder means. Chrome Dictionary is pretty sweet. You can always highlight a word in the yellow definition and it will define that word. Maybe you don't know what perplexed means. And then you just keep going around in circles, right? But honestly, you build up your literacy and your vocabulary simply by searching through the words in the definition, so you gain a greater understanding for what the word is. And the cool thing about Chrome's dictionary is, too, you have the ability to pronounce words, which is very cool. Let me just give you guys another example for this. Let's go to CNN. We'll do Fox News today. Let's go here. And let's see, let's pick something random. Here we go. Something on Facebook is always interesting to read about. Service disruptions, yada, yada, yada. Let's see if there's something here we may not understand. Integration. Some people don't know what integration means. Let's go down here. Let's highlight it. Oops, had a little problem there. Highlight integration. The action or process of integrating. Ha! Imagine that. And then integrating. Indicating the mean value or total sum measured quantity. You can always click more and get more definitions for integration or integrating. Pretty easy to do. And basically you just go and you build up your vocabulary that way. Awesome. So the next thing I want to show you, because this is a two-part video, I want to show you how to do the Chrome Dictionary. But I also want to show you how to do this one. And this one is the Thesaurus.com quick search with Thesaurus. Many times in an online course you will see a word that you don't quite know, but you may know a word that's very similar to this. And this is cool and this is important because let's pretend you're taking a test and there's a word there that you don't know. Well, if you use a thesaurus, you'll be able to figure out what the question's asking you simply by plugging in a word that you do understand. Back in the olden days when we sat in classrooms, we had thesauruses available to us. So if we were reading and we encountered words that we couldn't define or we didn't know or we didn't understand what was going on in the context of the reading, you were able to use the thesaurus to plug and play different words in there to get the understanding that you needed. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove the extension from Chrome and I'm going to go through the install process. So we're going to go down to Tools, Extensions, and we're going to scroll down here to get more extensions. Load up the web store. We're going to load up Thesaurus. There it is. And then we're going to come down here to Extensions. Thesaurus.com. Quick search Thesaurus. That's what we want. Click plus free. Click Add. And you'll know it's successful because you'll get the little orange T, kind of like the Tennessee, University of Tennessee colors and logo. It's kind of interesting. You'll get that in the upper right hand corner for Thesaurus.com. That's how you know it's installed. And then you can just drag it over here. I like to keep them somewhat organized, so I have my dictionary and my thesaurus all the way in one area. So what we'll do is we'll close out the web store here in the extensions and this. And we'll go here and we'll load up another article. Let's load up Jimmy Carter. Let's see what we can find on Jimmy Carter. Let's go to cartercenter.com. It's attached to Jimmy Carter. Let's look up his biography. Now, Thesaurus.com, it's interesting. When it works, it's amazing. When it doesn't work, it's only because you haven't set it up properly, which is okay. Now, remember, when we use Google Dictionary, we highlight a word and it comes up like that. We can also highlight the word, hit on Thesaurus, and the word that we highlighted will populate in the Search Thesaurus.com field. See how we did that? So we can go cancel. I'll show you another one. Let's go to Committee. We highlight it, click on the Thesaurus button, and it will populate in that field. Pretty cool. Now let's pretend that doesn't happen for you. Let's pretend you click on the Thesaurus.com and nothing loads up. The easy walk or the easy workaround for that is to simply go to Thesaurus.com. Now once you do that, something happens in the background of Chrome's browser that basically syncs this to this. I don't know exactly how it works, technically speaking, but it does happen. In any event, you can always just load up Thesaurus.com, right-click on it, and you can bookmark it. So that's cool. Or you can just take this, and if you have your bookmarks bar there, you can drag it there too. So that's how you get to that in case this doesn't work right off the bat. So let's come back over here to the Jimmy Carter article, and let's see if we can find a word here that maybe would be a good word for a thesaurus. Serving. Serving's typically a good word. Let's see. Let's click on that, highlight it, click on Thesaurus.com, hit OK. And we're going to get some synonyms for serving. Dollop or plate. That's interesting. More words related to serving. Dish, course, eats, entree, effective. We got a lot of stuff here. Pretty cool. So if you're taking the opportunity to read through the question of the way a question is written, or you're taking an opportunity to read through a text and you encounter words you don't know, you can always load up the thesaurus and it will definitely pull up some words that are like that. Let's try to find a better example though. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find, here's a decent one. Let's go to educated. Let's see if there's another word for educated. There we go. Tons of synonyms for educated. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Excellent. So that's how you use Thesaurus.com. That's the extension right there. So in this video, remember, we went over how to add Google Dictionary. It's the little red dictionary that pops up in the right-hand corner of your Chrome browser. We went over Thesaurus.com, the thesaurus for your Chrome browser. It's the orange one that loads up here. And if you remember back to our original video, we have split screen. So the three that you should have at this moment if you're following these tutorial videos, and we'll do it in this order, would be split screen. You would also have Google Dictionary and Thesaurus. We're just working our way down the list, and eventually you will have all of these up there that you can use for your online course. So that's it for this video. Go ahead and proceed on to the next one. As always, if you have any questions, go ahead and type them out in the comments box. I'll get to them as soon as I can. And thank you so much again for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good one.